Hello there, and welcome to Corey Loses for the first episode of a brand new playthrough showing off some brand new content coming in Fall of the Republic 1.3. So we are going to be playing as the CIS in a new map called the Rimward Campaign. There are a couple of new story elements to this campaign on the Republic and CIS side. I think it's mostly on the Republic side, but we're going to be playing as the CIS. So this will show off both the new map, a couple new units, and even an early look at the HUD faction in Fall of the Republic. They're not going to be playable in Point 3, they will be playable in Point 4, and this will be the first little bit of content that you see for them. All of the stuff that you are going to see in this playthrough is still a work in progress, because 1.3 isn't coming out yet, but should still hopefully give you an idea of where we stand as we get through the campaign. So we're going to be on Admiral, Rimward Campaign, and Confederacy. Let's start it off. In the CIS mission, both sides get a mission right off the start for this, which you will see in a minute, recreating one of the more iconic moments of the show, which the thumbnail probably spoils it. But either way, so we'll give it a second to load. We are in the Battle of Bothawui. After suffering a series of disastrous defeats at the hands of General Grievous, the Republic's foothold in the Outer Rim is in jeopardy. Warned by his longtime friend Dexter Jetster about an imminent attack on Bothawui, Obi-Wan Kenobi has commissioned Anakin Skywalker to protect the strategic world. Now Skywalker and his weary battle group are all that stands between the system and domination by the droid army. Alright. So, we have I think I'm going to have to skip past the text crawl because I think it automatically plays music for the game, but just imagine that happened. And I just don't want the video playing. That would not be ideal. We got a small fleet with Mr. Yularen there. We have our own small fleet. They're going to have a lot of bombers, make it a little bit difficult for us. I think we've got all munificence. Zooming into the open circle. Alright, we got a totally normal asteroid field ahead of us. And this campaign, as well as the missions, are designed by Joel, who's been doing a lot of work on getting the story elements included in the mod in Fall of the Republic for Point 3. We've shown off the Hunt for Malevolence campaign, which has a lot of that as well. I did single-stream versions of both of that campaign as both factions. If you want to check that out, you can do so as well. Here is our fleet. Again, totally normal asteroid field, nothing to be afraid of in it. You can definitely just fly straight through it. No consequences. So this is actually kind of a sequel campaign to the Hunt for Malevolence. If you get through that campaign as the CIS and keep the Malevolence intact, you actually load into a version of this campaign where you have the Malevolence still and it's in this fleet. So doing the story campaigns or the historical campaigns in order will let you just continue on through all of them, and we'll have, in some very rare cases, because we can't transfer the data for many things, there'll be sometimes a little treat like that. But this totally normal asteroid, we're definitely just gonna fly right by it. There's no reason not to fly right by the asteroid. There are no little reasons not to just fly straight by the asteroid.
Devastation tactics.
It would not be a good idea to just do this, even without anything on the asteroids, but we're doing it anyways. Oh no! Looks like there's stuff there. Got the cute little ATTEs in a slightly down-resed form. Because, as you might imagine, putting the full polygon count for all the ATTEs on the asteroids and space battles, that's a lot of ATTEs. But alright, you know what? I'm just gonna focus down Yularen. I don't think we'll actually be able to kill him at this point, because I was very intelligently just flying through the battle with those. take as much damage as possible. If we had started off on Yularen, we probably could have actually destroyed him there. As it is, probably not. We got through most of this one, too. Like, if you're actually trying, you can at least come close to winning the battle. Well, we had that poor fleet. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh. General Skywalker's fighter has been damaged. His life signals are weak but steady. Eventually, for some of these, we'll be able to get some of the voice acting from the show in, but not for all of them. Editing that stuff can be a bit difficult. Timing it as well. You can begin with the reloading of the walkers, Admiral. I'll find Anakin. And, of course, with a lot of mission stuff, it's not always going to be able to line up exactly with the show anyways. And finding Yularen impersonator, kind of difficult. Coming for you, Sky Guy.
At maximum unit capacity.
Alright. So, here we are on the map itself. You can see we've got a pretty good concentration of forces up in the north. We do start a little bit over PopCap, which I'll talk about in a moment. But we have a couple planets down to the south here. I think we do have with these C9979s. I might sell them, maybe. But in the middle, there's a couple Hutt planets, which maybe we'll be able to get to first. There will be some. I'm not sure what the state of the ground stuff is, especially. But in space, there should be a bunch of the new units. There might be a couple on the ground as well. We're still working through the roster for the Hutts, especially as a faction that's technically not going to be in yet. You can even see some of the new units here. The Sabaoth Squadron, Sabaoth. But I think to start off, let's maybe send this fleet exactly as it is up against some Hutts. I'm not going to focus too much on Sabaoth stuff in this playthrough because they're not, like, super fully finalized, but just to show off some of the new assets. Oh, and they even have one of the other new, technically CIS-related assets here. So we'll see if they actually have that many actual Hutt units. Most of the combat power on this fleet might be going towards that. We got the core ship. Okay, yeah, so there's the core destroyer. We do have a couple of the Hutt ones. There is the Cossack, which is technically a little bit later, but in Fall of the Republic and TR. There's a couple placeholders in for 0.3. We also have that's the Heavy Minstrel? Yeah, there's Heavy Minstrel and the Light Minstrel. There'll be 3 or 4 other ones in some other places. But Sabaoth Destroyer. We have a Sabaoth Hex Deployer. We have a Sabaoth Frigate. Along with we have the SQ Ditto and SMS Eden. So we do have the patron units in this playthrough. I'm going to try to get these going. These units are named with names that are chosen by patrons, channel members here on YouTube, Twitch subscribers. If you want to get one in the playthrough, there will be a link in the description. Okay, I don't want to lose these. This might actually be too much. You know what? I'm just gonna do it anyways. Let's go forward a little bit. We also have the Sabaoth Hex Bomber and the... Is it just Fighter or Hex Fighter? Yeah, just Starfighter. Get the little Hex Deployer a little bit closer up. Alright, we might be able to win this. Simon, get up there. It wasn't the biggest enemy fleet. They kind of split between the Destroyer and the Munificent. Okay, we're not looking at the news. Like any good Let's Player, I'm front loading a lot of the new stuff, not all of the new stuff.
This is the captain. Vectoring to the enemy. Battle stations.
Poor SQ Ditto. Is it going to die in the first battle? Will I be able to save it? See if we can...
Vectoring to the enemy. Battle stations.
Lasers. Yeah, that's dead.
Locked on target.
But we can rebuild it.
This is the captain. Nominal
We have the
status.
technology.
Got you on the comm. Vectoring to the enemy.
We'll try to get a ground army in here to invade.
Locked on target. Reading you. Nominal status. Vectoring to the enemy.
But again, I'm not sure how many of the like actual hut units are set up by this point, infantry or otherwise. There have been a few more models made. Philoraptor has gone and done a ton of the hut-related content after Sky did a bunch of the space stuff, and I think Sky did all the Sabaoth stuff pretty quickly as well. So we're getting pretty far ahead in a lot of assets for 0.4 stuff, especially as a release that's probably going to focus on more of that kind of asset side. But I think we do want to put in a trade port on a planet or two. Raxus Prime, if you don't have one already, you're for sure going to get one. Then we do have the Pirate Refuge base, which, as you can see, has some Garrison Sabaoth stuff in it. Alright, Mon Calamari is isolated. We do have a whole slew of different heroes for this campaign as well. But let's go to Nimban. We'll start off with a win.
Invasion commencing.
In a move that will surprise, I'm sure, everyone. The huts do have a lot of skiffs. Also have stuff like the WLO, which has been finished, but I don't think it's actually in-game yet. I've fallen behind on some of that stuff. I've been, personally, work-wise for the mod, I've been like buried in making the progressive maps and like World Devastator stuff that you'll get to see soon. I've been doing like the code side of that. Well, Oz has been finishing the biggest World Devastator, and Mr. Puerto Rican's started texturing those. But after years of us saying next release for the World Devastators, this time it actually is this release, or next release. The release that's coming out next. Alright. Get rid of the skiffs. That may actually be all the units they have on this particular planet. Like, again, the huts won't be super fleshed out in this release. So don't expect to see too much, but next release, fully playable wherever they are. Fully fleshed out, fully playable. Like the huts, the Corellians, the Chiss, a lot of the upcoming factions have actually had a good chunk of progress made. With a big chunk of content done between like Philoraptor, Sky, Osritzel, just trucking away on those. P78 as well has done some of the assets for those factions for Corellia, and he's actually done a few more for some unknown regions, like non-playable faction stuff. So like Vagari ship, and we've shown some of that off at the last EaW Con. We'll be showing more off at the next one, which is going to be December 18th, I think. I announced it for an earlier date, but I've had to change my own schedule, so it'll be a whole live stream of new mod stuff that everyone's been working on, so they can talk about it and I don't have to. I'll let everyone else have the attention.
I hate clones.
I think we got that. Okay, let's take out the barracks first. Not over. There. Now we can kill the last vehicle, military walker, and now we got those. The AATs are actually pretty decent against infantry. You give them a chance. Now that they don't have other stuff they need to focus on. Alright, there we go. I can't wait to get into like a hut playthrough or something. The first playthroughs as new factions are always interesting because like they're not fully done at any point, and usually it takes a release or two before they're like really solidified. Like the Hapens are going to get a bit more focus in the next release to kind of execute on feedback and everything from their first appearance in point 2. I kind of want to do another hut planet to see if we can see another set of units.
Breaking comm silence.
Tactical battle imminent.
Right now, it does mean they're going to be like a bit easier to take, but still want to show this stuff off. We saw a bit of them in the New Republic playthrough as well, when they were even earlier on. But one thing that we are working on, oh no, they were being attacked by some allies. Did I go to the wrong planet? I'm retreating. Didn't mean to. I think this is Commerce? No. One of our allied factions. Or maybe not. But we want to go next. I think we want to see if we can build a an ion cannon on here. That's probably a good idea. And we'll get the local corporate headquarters. We got the station building up. But yeah, so in general on the galactic maps, we want to try to reduce the starting forces a bit and go more towards the defensive structures. So the space structures, you have a bit more infrastructure built and a bit less in terms of units, which basically will help. It'll mean that you determine a bit more of the makeup of your forces on units that you are deciding to build. What does Yansu Gurjak have? A lightsaber? Okay, makes sense. We got TF 1726, everyone knows. We got Mirai with an auxiliary Lucre Hulk. We have Doctor with another Lucre Hulk. We have Yansu, we have Sora, and we have Pass L'Argent. He's our admin hero here on Murkana. I want to put you somewhere else, though. We don't really have a big shipyard up north. Oh well. Alright, maybe let's look into going to Emmer. But yeah, so fleets will be a bit more customized. You won't be able to just steamroll over the game with starting forces and throw the AI off that way on the higher levels of play. But on the lower levels of play, it'll also mean the AI is less likely to attack you from multiple angles at once. So newer players will probably have fewer incidences where they feel like they're getting ganged up on. Because generally, like, the AI has as much as you would especially in TR, if you were playing a given faction. A little bit more in Fall of the Republic because of, like, other combinations, because you're doing a 1v1.
Flank speed.
We got Lucid Voice. We have Corvettes Will Live Forever. We have Magic School Bus. We have Barbados. We have Blitz. And we have Reactor Go Boom.
General Grievous frowns on such ineptitude, usually with a lightsaber.
Gunship reported.
Yeah, so usually there was a bit more of a disparity between, like, lower skilled players and higher skilled players, where lower skilled players would feel like they were getting attacked a lot, just because, like, the AI from each faction would be able to attack, even though, like, the force distribution was relatively close between everyone. But now it'll be a little bit easier for newer players to kind of get their footing first, while still having more opportunities to determine their fleet composition, rather than feeling like you need to go all in with what they start with.
Initial objective
Alright,
complete.
Barbados Lupus Rex
Shut down targets
can go up
Alpha
here.
and Beta.
Lupus being one of the actual new units that I haven't shown off yet. Magic School Bus.
Visual scan confirmation.
A lot of the historicals, including this one, haven't really had quite the same pass on that yet.
Signal lost.
Because a lot of those determinations were made while talking about like what we wanted to do with
We cannot allow
the
Republic
progressive
forces
maps.
to retake target Alpha.
So that's being
Final arming
taken into
sequence
account with like the new
engaged.
starting forces setups that we're doing and all that. 'Cause we have like a giant spreadsheet of all of our starting forces, and that is how that's the starting point we use for starting forces for designing all the galactic conquests. Make sure it both stays consistent, and when we're working on
Secure
like
target Alpha.
we're working on like hundreds of galactic conquest setups at once, it's just a bit easier. Alright, I'm gonna send the bombers up to the shipyard directly. Alright, what do we still have? Just the Peltas, the stations, and there's another Corvette in there. I'm gonna keep these moving. We'll come past the station.
Target. Oh no. Enemy units encountered. Machine are superior. Visual scan confirmation.
And these guys might even be able to take the Corvette out.
We must complete both shutdown sequences.
Alright. I mean, probably not. Only... Well, it's 10 squadrons of bombers. That's actually a reasonable amount. They're not going to be able to hit it quite that effectively, but with the rockets... Yeah, there we go. There's more of them.
Republic bombers
My bad.
detected.
I missed it. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about what our first attack's going to look like. What their first attack's going to look like. I can't imagine that they're very happy with me for taking Emmer from them. Is there a direct connection from where the Night Sister is? No. Yeah, no. I think that must have been a Techno-Union fleet over Lahiron?
Enemy fleet approaching.
They're coming to EaW. Where's EaW? Down here? I'm kind of thrown off with... Oh, there it is. Kind of thrown off with the layout of the map. Like, there's a bunch of new planets that haven't really been used in other places yet. Yeah, we can't use her for Emmer.
Battle imminent.
What do you got? Okay, I think we can actually take that. It's only a level 1 station, so only the Trade Federation outpost.
Clones attacking.
But with the ships we have, I think we got it.
How are you doing that? Stay clear. Roger, roger.
Alright, let's go back this way. We'll split up a little bit. We have a good chunk of fighters. Got one diamond on that. Do we get another one? No, just one diamond. You guys go over there. You guys go over there.
Tracking audio disturbance. Roger, roger.
See how they approach this. The Acclimator Might be a better first option for us. 2218, 3240, and 3000. I think the acclimator might be what we want to kill first. Kind of depends on which way they go with everything. Like, ideally, they don't attack the Munificent. They kind of open themselves up for us to go however we want. Okay, let's try to intercept these fighters and bombers.
Tracking annoyed.
And you might be able to get in. They have the Corvettes there, though.
This boat's on turret. Uh-oh. Stop the humanoid! Charge up. Well aimed.
I'm gonna try to stay a little bit farther back, because the Munificent has an ultra heavy on it. It has the ultra heavy turbo laser, just the one, but
Enemy attempting flanking maneuver. Denied. You have been designated for terminated landing. Reporting in. Unit attacking.
okay, let's see if we can get this guy. This is the light quad,
Incoming.
the quad.
Sending scripted orders now. Machines.
All right, now bombers. Don't get distracted. There we go. All right, can we destroy the engines on you? The bombers coming in. Pick up most of the shields. Nice. All right, that's worth. I mean, of course it's worth. They didn't lose anything. Still, have to say it. We get some worths in chat. All right, let's get you guys up for the Emmer invasion, to invade Bresnia. Did we ever finish our? No, the ion cannon isn't ready on that. All right, let's see if we can get in here first then.
Construction complete.
I should save before I do this. Now that it's a quick thing.
Ground
All right.
invasion commencing.
Republic conquered Florum as well, which was, I think that was regular independent there. That must have come in from, I guess it probably came from Felucia, because I don't think they had anything that at Florum or at Emmer before. Like, I think we killed everything that was there. Alright, we have an HAG, we have some AATs, and I'll bring in the crabs as well. I'll leave one of the super battle droids here.
We've captured
We made it!
laser tower.
Successful tactical adjustment.
Okay, so we'll be able to station at that. They have a lot of structures. I don't know how many units they have on the planet. So we'll have to be a bit careful. And I am going to get a military field base on this one. We'll get another field base on this next one, too.
Roger, roger.
We'll use you to get us the sensor. And now deploy.
Ready to destroy the clone.
Alright,
Successful
back here.
tactical adjustment. We made it. Prepare for attack.
Darn.
Surrender.
Okay, Droideka. We'll also get a transport helping us on that, but less important. Alright, I don't think we actually need this tower. I don't think they're going to go around like that.
Wow, we really killed them.
We can try to get a sense of what's in the base. Probably... Oh, I was thinking it would be more infrastructure
Ready to
structures.
destroy the clones.
Okay, let's not go in too far then. And I'm going to get the repairs. Ooh, they're even trying to come around there. Maybe we do want
Hey,
this.
We've secured.
Alright, so let's also get a... No, we've seen mostly vehicles. Get a support field base.
fight's not over.
Then we can just, No, no, not the artillery. You bastards, I needed that. Alright, maybe we do need this then. Are you gonna destroy it? You just destroyed it.
Kill them. Take that.
They only did that because they wanted to get to the
Reload your nav.
artillery. Okay, we gotta try to take this one down. Looks like this attack may actually not be going very well. We're not quite at orbital bombardment level. Well, looks like we might need to actually get Sora involved and plan better next time. I really underestimated what they were going to have here. Well, nothing to really save once they destroyed the artillery.
Destroyed.
Maybe I can...
Available.
See if I can make them... Hey, they might have an AA turret for us. Or just units that'll destroy them. Yep. Well, that's fair. GG. Alright, well that, I think, is actually going to do it for our first episode here today. Hope you have enjoyed it. Hope you're looking forward to the rest of the campaign. For those interested in watching the episodes be recorded live, asking any questions about the mod or anything like that, I will be streaming the next few episodes as they get recorded on Twitch tomorrow. So, we are going to, I guess, start off with the attack on Bresnia next time, which looks like a much bigger one. So, thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.